Hi, welcome back to One Word a Day. And today it's not that one word that we are scheduled to share, but this is one word that somehow came to my mind from the English side. And then it's actually a negative, very negative word. But then I was thinking, like, how would I find the corresponding expression in Chinese? It turned out, yes, when we are saying somebody is we don't like, and Chinese too have expression for that. And you know, we talked a little bit of all this from poetry, from four character Chinese words. All those are time-honored, elegant expressions that show the good, the positive, even if we talk a little bit about war recently, but it's all kind of like a formal Chinese. But today's expression is useful Chinese, but it's more in the spoken language rather than written in the, you're going to see it somewhere. So this is the kind of word that I'm going to share. I guess it takes some courage for me to share, because this is not a particularly, ladylike character. Even like I try not to speak that in front of my kid, use that, right? So let's get to this part first, because this is the toughest part that I want to crack down, and then I will break down the word for you. Still, we study language here. Douchey is the word that came to my mind. I pick up this English expression only a few years ago from my American coworker, and I think I spelled that correctly. It referred to somebody who is contemptible, like you don't like. That person's behavior is not considerate of the other people. So it's kind of like, I mean, in English, there are a lot of such expressions to refer to people you don't like. You don't appreciate their behavior or even their character. I guess most of it is a behavior based, because I guess even me myself, I mean, I'm a human. I have got my douchey moments to other people, right? So, and this word, I feel like it sounds nice. Douchey. In Italian, there's dolce, right? It's sweet. It's totally positive meaning. And douchey also like reminds me of like a juicy. It's delicious. So this word actually in English is a negative word on a person. And I searched my Chinese vocabulary and find maybe this character. It's okay. I have to break some boundaries of what word I can say and share, because this is essential part of Chinese culture. Like essential in our verbal daily expressions, because we all had this angry moments, upset about somebody, and we want to pin it down to use it on somebody, right? Sometimes ourselves. So when we talk about a douchey person or douchey behavior in Chinese, at least in my part of Chinese, this may not be the standard Mandarin. At least it's not written. Like I cannot learn it definitely not from school, definitely not in any of the books, but it's in people's language, in people's life. So this is where I got it. This is how I got it. 操蛋. It's easy to pronounce, and both are falling tones. 操 is the F word in Chinese. So, I mean, I don't have the courage to spell it out, but you all know if it's F with 3 blank afterwards, it's the F word. And cao in Chinese is left and right structure. Left is the hand symbol. We learn about how hand got 5 fingers and this wrist thing. Well, on the screen, it's more like this, right? So this signifier of the hand, and the right side is like zao. Came from is a sound maker, zao. And then I dig further, like what this zao came from. We have zao yin means noise. And that's actually the original meaning of this zao, zao. It looks like this. Look, it's kind of a cute image, isn't it? The bottom is the tree. So this is one stylized tree. We normally have the tree in the cross structure with 2 slanting canopies pointing down. That's our regular tree, but this is like a stylized, ancient depiction of the character tree. You can also see like trunk and then canopy. And then these 3 cute little things are signifier of a cloud. Like if we have 3 same thing repeated 3 times, that means a cloud of it, like multiple of little birds on the tree, and they are going to be chirping, 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 right? So that's the kind of noise that we capture. It's from nature. It's birds singing loud, especially morning. Sunset times, they are going to be very conversational, and you don't understand any of that, and they become a noise to you, but it's pleasant to my ears. And that's the original meaning of that. And with the hand, you can see now, right? So it's this looking hand structure. Original meaning of an original sound is cao. Cao, it has something related to hand. That means you are operating something, you are conducting something or managing something related to doing things. But I guess like a do in English also could refer to this F word in a subdued way. But so this Chinese character, I mean, this is not in the book, right? So I figured, okay, this is the F word in Chinese. And that, it's very easy for you to pronounce this, right? Because you have this person's name, that, and it pronounced exactly the same, just Dan. Well, not exactly the same. Dan is English, Dan is Chinese. Dan, Dan. Okay, can you tell? So that means egg in its original meaning, and the word came from the top portion is a sound maker, dan, and then the bottom is a worm. So it means incubation of a worm inside something, right? A shell structure. So that's original meaning. It's egg. And Chinese often use egg refer to people. So we have good egg, bad egg, a stupid egg, something like that, right? So then I think, okay, so in English, we don't really use egg to refer to people. Instead, we have ball, goofball, right? It took me some time to figure out, okay, goofball means a type of character, people with certain character. And I guess there are other kind of balls, but in English, ball is a more common expression. So I don't know if the two put together make sense, but one is attitude and the other one is referral of people. So try to put them almost like a animation, like put a characterization of like abstraction of a person, or exaggeration of a person's character. So that's the egg, that's the dan or the ball, because I mean dan also means balls. It's incubation of another life, right? So that's the breakdown of the word. And because the F word, just like in English, is not nice to say, but it is actually commonly used, like you use it a lot in a spoken language to express emotion. And actually F word is intensifier of your emotion. Like if you want to emphasize something, you throw F over there to let the listener to know you mean it, you really strongly feel about it. Same in Chinese, like sometimes we use the F word, original F word, but sometimes we use this euphemism to have a similar pronunciation. This is cow instead of cao. So cow, same vowels, same falling tone, but changed, almost like a similar looking, sounding consonant as well. So it becomes the placeholder, the euphemism, something we don't use the F word, but this is like, everybody knows this is what that means. And somehow, because it's not the original word, so the tone, the the force kind of diluted. If you say cow, you can use it in your everyday language. Nobody is going to be upset about you're using this foul language in your speaking. But the meaning is there. We all know this is the F word, but because it's not the original word, so it's toned down a little bit. And this word is a top and bottom. I put a blown up image of this word because it looks symmetrical. It's almost like perfect, almost look like a bug or something, right? And the top is the sound maker. It sounds like a gao. It means telling. So there's a mouth over there, right? So the bottom means fei. It's another negation. So we have bu. We also have fei, means it's not that. And then I just feel this is a very interesting structure because it has a vertically mirror image, right? So left, right, exactly the same mirror image. So original meaning of this word means reclining on something, like you are back to back with something. So this back to back is kind of mirror image created, meaning you're relying on each other, you're back to back to each other. And that's the meaning. It has nothing to do with the F word, but simply because it sounds like it, so it was used often. And I noticed one interesting English Chinese corresponding thing, because when people use F word here, it's always falling tone, right? It's no matter how many F word you're using, it's by itself, it's falling tone. But if you're using it as an intensifier with ing form afterwards, right, it's more like it's in connection of a sentence, in the middle of the sentence, it's flowing through, so it's a flat tone according to the Chinese tonal system. But if you use it singularly, just by the word itself, it's always the falling tone, right? So same. The Chinese F word also always falling tone. And I feel like that projection pronunciation by falling tone give it extra force that you can feel the strength of the emotion. So I'm not encouraging anybody to adopt these into their vocabulary, but this I feel is most commonly used but never said Chinese expression, and I'm sharing it with the English speaking world to say, okay, this is kind of a universal expression to use the F word to express their strong emotions about something. A lot of time it's negative, right? It's like you get upset about something and then you throw F word out there. All right, so this is today's, and it's It has nothing to do with the, let's still continue the traditional, the elegant, the classical Chinese, the written ones, but this is my extra for you to know what's the F word in Chinese and how to say douchey. Have a nice day. Bye.